Hello guys, welcome to BST African Electronics Surgery. Let's move on to the next job. I just finished fixing a decoder open view which was not turning on, which was shorted to ground by a ceramic capacitor, and we have this job. This is an amplifier. This came from another repair shop. The amp is dead. It's not turning on, no power. So this amp is you can see this is the AC cable which was cutted. The owner phoned me and explained to me that he is just using DC power from rural setup. He's not staying in the town. So he said, let's ignore this and try to make this thing work with 12 volts DC, because at the back here we do have 12 volts here, DC input plus and minus, 12 volts DC input plus and minus. So we have to fix this. But before that, we have to see what exactly this thing is doing. So we have to inject 12 volts here. Let's inject 12 volts. 12 volts. I've seen the blue light here. If that means it to be on the volume, I can't see anything except the blue light here on the volume switch. That's the switch to increase or to lower the volume. Okay, here we do have the USB ports. So what I would do first, I need a USB with a light so that we can see if everything is okay there. I need a USB with light, just to see if my 5 volts is present. I found one here. So we'll plug the USB here. All what we are looking for is for the light. I just want to see if the 5 volts is passing. Maybe it's a good point to start. Come on. You can see the green light, but here my flash, we must have a red light there on this flash. So something is wrong with the 5 volts power supply. This is a linear power supply. This is a linear power supply. We have the transformer. After the transformer, we do have the rectifier to change AC to DC, and then we have this big capacitor, 25 volts. Okay, and here we have these connectors. We have these two connectors here. What do we have on the first connector? We have the first pin is the 5 volts ground, second pin what I want to do, I want to supply 12 volts again and check for 5 volts there. Let's concentrate on the why we don't have light on the USB. Why we don't have light? On the first pin we have 0 here, 11.8. On the 5 volts we have 0. So something is wrong. We can conclude that the regulator, which is meant to supply 5 volts to the USB, is off, is not running. So I don't even want to take too much time because we have so many jobs here. So let me look for a regulator. Let me see if I still have 50E78. Oh, I found one. And it's easy. It's easy because I think last time, I don't remember when did I last use this, or why did I put this chip like this. I don't remember, but let's check this regulator. Maybe it's dead. KA-018B. First pin, that the input, second the middle pin ground, and the pin number 3, that the output. So let's see. What should we do here? What should we do? Should we take this thing out? I think we have to. Let's take this thing out. Let's take the power supply out. Because we have to understand why our 5 volts is missing. Where is our regulator? This one. So pin number 1 is the input. Let's try to do it. Pin number 1 is the input. So we have to stick pin number 1. Yeah, hopefully that will solve the problem. But you know what? We have to know where this 5 volts was coming from. Was coming from here. You see this? Was coming from this chip. So this is the 5 volts regulator. Okay. Middle pin, which is the ground. And the last pin we need to look for a longer wire here. This one looks shorter. We need a longer wire for the output. So basically the regulator, which is meant to output 5 volts 7805, just died, and we are coming with another linear regulator. We have to modify things, but here is just simple and straightforward. The regulator 7805 is not outputting anything for the reason which you don't know. The output. Now we need to have a proper position for this chip. Must have like a proper position for this chip. I know. Yeah, that looks better now. So our regulator is now in place. We put it here. It's already on heat sink, but we need to get rid of this the old regulator which is not working. But I can't see any short. Let's just take it off. That's the regulator. Our regulator is out. So what is left? obvious is to put all together and test. That's all what is left here. We need to test this to see if you now have a working amp. So if you have such kind of amp, you have to know what to check. You check the 12 volts input, you check the 5 volts. If it's not turning on, if it's not the issue of sound, those are the main things that you have to check. Especially, I found the 5 volts power array was missing because the 5 volts is meant to be on always when you turn on the amp, so the chances of failing is so high. So our flash is still plugged. Let's input the 12 volts and see if we have light on this flash. If we have light, that means our regulator is working fine. I can't see like anything here. How to do it? Okay. Why here we no longer having lights? Why? Why we no longer having lights? Any idea? We now have light and light is flashing, you can see. But the problem is on this volume there was a blue light, but the light is no more there. Let's check something. Or let's put back that regulator. Let's put back that regulator. Of course, I know it's not outputting anything, but let's just put it back in place and see. Our regulator is back in place. Let's just wait for the regulator. We just put back the regulator. Let's put all the screws and see. because on that volume switch you must have a blue light there. We checked before, there was a blue light, so if the blue light is no longer there, it means something somehow something is not right. Let's test again. You can see the light, blue light, and our flash is flashing. We now have the red light on the flash, so it means our 5 volts is now on and up running. So we have to test this. Obviously with the speaker. And our regulator will be safe because we put it on a big heat sink. Let's connect the speaker. Let's connect our speaker. Let's connect this speaker. After that, we can test to see if we have sound here. So now this flash which I put here is for the operating system, doesn't have sound there. Let me look for a memory card or a flash and then we can test. Okay, let's see now. I do have a memory card here on a card reader. Let's plug in the memory card and I'll use this TV speaker. So our amp is working, or I can test one more time.
Music. When I was pregnant in jail, I thought I was going to have a baby and the baby would never be with me, but basically.
Next. It's playing. You can lower the volume, you can increase. It's working fine. So that's the thing. So that was just a linear regulator 7805, which is not working, and we replace with another 7805. So I'll stop this video now. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell. See you on the next one. Okay.